Hi friends, it's Miss Ashley. Today we have a math lesson, um, and it's a combination of a math lesson as well as a um, life skills lesson. Because I know I talk a lot about that we can um, use math every day, and it's true. I promise you. I'm not just making this up. So, today we are going to watch this video together, and it shows great ways that math is used in everyday life. So, let's do it.
By Ray Lankford. There are all kinds of reasons why we need to measure. Measuring helps us be sure that things we make come out as planned.
So, we use measuring so much, and measuring has a lot of numbers, right? It has all numbers, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. We use measuring at home in everyday life, and we use measuring a lot at school. So let's see how this woman and these two dogs use measuring.
Measure. When you measure, you find the size or amount of something. Bakers have to measure the amount of different ingredients so that their treats taste yummy and delicious.
Look at this. Ooh.
Amount. An amount of something is how much of it there is. Ingredient. An ingredient is one of the things that goes into a mixture. When you make cookies, you use many ingredients like flour, salt, eggs, and sugar.
That's also true. At school, we do a lot of cooking, right? We can't do cooking right now, but once things get back to normal, we will do cooking and we will measure, right? Sometimes things have different ingredients, okay? So cookies, so you can see on the screen, there's milk, and then there's some sort of, I think, flour or something. Those are different ingredients, and you have to measure the different ingredients to make sure that it's the right amount, or it'll taste bad, right? Miss Ashley has to work on that.
Butchers use scales to measure the weight of meat to sell at the supermarket. But measuring isn't just used with food. Scale. A scale is a tool for weighing. People use scales to weigh packages, people, or food to find out how heavy or light it is. Weight. Weight means how heavy or light something is.
Oh my goodness, what did I just do? Hold on, I'll get back there. Okay, so this is an example at the supermarket. If you go to the supermarket, you see the deli. The scale is seeing somehow something is big, weighs a lot, it's bigger. Or something is little, right? Or smaller, weighs smaller amounts. People are put on scales to see how much they weigh. Many things are put on scales. So let's see what all these other, this is meat for a deli, but let's see how much each of these items weigh.
Scale.
Oh, it's going to go
through this again. A scale is
again.
A tool for weighing. People use scales to weigh packages, people, or food to find out how heavy or light it is. Weight. Weight means how heavy or light something is.
So that was 10 pounds. That was pretty big. That's a big piece of meat. 10 pounds. 2 pounds, right? 2 pounds. That's pretty little. That's smaller, right? Ooh, 5 pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say 5 pounds is pretty big. 5 pounds of meat. That's pretty big. It's a lot. And not just one, right? It's just 1 pound. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's small. That's little. Let's see what else is next.
Carpenters use a measuring tape to find out the length of things. Length. Length means how long something is. For example, a school bus has a greater length than a car.
That's a great example. School buses, right? We see school buses all the time. We ride in them or we see them, are much, 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 much bigger, right? They're much bigger than just the cars we see on the road. Much bigger.
Carpenters use a measuring tape to determine how tall things are, too. They need to make sure everything is just the right size. Determine. Determine means to find out. Size. Size means how big or small something is. Police officers measure the speed.
Oh, hold on. I wanted to go back. Okay. So, let me just go. There we go. Well, it's not 0 feet. What was it? It was 6 feet. Where was it? Oh, hold on. I can see it down here. Nope, not 2 feet. Yeah, there we go. 6 feet. Okay. So this is right on the left of the door is the tape measure, right? And many carpenters, when we work, when we build things, you want to see how little something has to be, or how big something has to be, right? You got to see the both of those, which is very important, because if the door was too little for people to walk through, or wheel through, or be pushed through, no one would get anywhere.
Police officers measure the speed of cars. They need to check that everyone is driving at a safe speed. Speed. Speed means how fast or slow something is moving. Check. When you check something, it means you make sure that it's right.
Let's see. Aruga.
Track coaches.
So we saw before the car, right? They track how fast something's going. A lot of times you see out on the roads police officers with these little machines, and they see how fast people are going, because sometimes people go way too fast. And when you go way too fast, it's dangerous on the road, right? Let's see what this cute little dog's about to do. Let me get out of his way. Gonna run me over.
Use stopwatches to measure the amount of time a racer takes to run the distance from one place to another. Distance. Distance means how far apart two things are. The space between someone's eyes is a short distance because their eyes are near to each other.
See?
But the space between someone's head and feet is a larger distance because those two things are farther apart.
So they're saying the size between Miss Ashley's two eyes is a very short distance, right? Very short, because it's very close together. But I mean, Miss Ashley's not that tall. But if Miss Ashley stood up, I would be much longer. The measurement would be much taller than in between my eyes, right? Because that's a lot more distance. Oh!
Doctors measure.
The dog took 5 seconds. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
All kinds of things. Your height, your weight, and your temperature. All to make sure you're healthy. Temperature. Temperature tells you how hot or cold something or someone is.
If you're coming to school every day, a lot of you are at home, which is great, to make sure you feel comfortable before coming back. But even when you probably do come back, we will be taking temperatures, right? So everyone who walks in the building at school, kid, a student, a staff, anyone has to take their temperature to make sure their temperature is a good amount to make sure that we're healthy.
And temperature brings us back to baking. When you bake, you have to set the oven at the right temperature so that your treats will be tasty.
Or they'll burn. Ooh, dog treats. So for example, so you saw, see how it was too hot? It was too high, right? The temperature was too high and it burnt the cookies. So that temperature might be a 4, right? That's too high. The temperature that might be just right might be a 2, because 2 is less than 4, right? So see how sad that dog looks? Because if you cook something too high, it gets burnt.
You can apply measuring to just about anything you do. What kinds of things do you measure? Apply. To apply means to put to use. Helps us be sure that things we make come out as...
What did Miss Ashley do again? Oh my goodness. Let's get back there. Oh, here we are. Here we are. That was easy.
Apply. To apply means to put to use.
So that's a violin, and that's 14 ounces. My goodness. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 100. That's a skateboard. 120 ounces. I'm not gonna count that high, but that's much higher because that's a bigger, right? What am I saying? Oh, here we go. A skateboard is bigger than a violin. It's bigger, so it weighs more, right? So it has a bigger number on the bottom. With the flowers. Oh. The flowers, they were much smaller, right? They were littler. They were much smaller than the skateboard. It had 1 ounce. Because we can carry flowers around. People carry skateboards around, but they are heavier. And apples, 8 ounces, right? So that's bigger. That was bigger than the flowers. Let's count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pancakes! Yummy, yummy. Pancakes were bigger than the apples, right? Bigger than the apple. We can count to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Kidseduc.com.
Oh, so this is the YouTube channel. It's really cool. It's interactive. It is, as you can see, it's interesting. Things move, which I really like. So if you want to see it on your own, go right there to that website. But of course, Miss Ashley will have you will always have daily lessons. You might not have a daily lesson from Miss Ashley, but you will definitely see my face weekly or twice a week for some math. See you later, everyone.